Hi, welcome to our channel, Top Tips with Dr. Riz. About why Taiwan. Hi, welcome back to our Ask The Doc with Dr. Riz. Hi, subject selection, or S4, where you like the academic thing that's S1. Hi, welcome back to our channel, Top Tips with Dr. Riz, Ask The Doc, Bits 29. And today the question that we are going to answer is, how can I help my child to improve her mathematics in primary school? Obviously this question is from a parent, and we'll try to look at this from a parent perspective. Now remember that you cannot separate mathematics from students or your child's daily life. In other words, your child has to use mathematics in their daily life, and as well as to face the ugly truth is to sit for HKDSE. Passing mathematics means a lot of things. The next thing we need to know, why your child learn mathematics in school. Well, the answer is very simple. They need to develop their numeracy skills, which is part of the generic skills. Many of the parents actually would jump to the conclusion that if the child practices more maths, the maths will be perfect. Yes, I agree with that, and no doubt there's anything I can disagree with. But there's a big question that we need to look at. Does the child understand after the practice, or just working like a robot that you have buy them tons of mathematics and attending different tutorial classes? This is something we need to think about. So let me offer 8 top tips to address this issue as a parent at home. Top tip number 1. You should reset your mindset. Maths is about understanding, not rote learning. Top tip number 2. Don't ever share your experience of your past. I mean, your bad experience of learning mathematics. Because if you do, you actually give your child a signal that failing is inevitable and you are going to have this fate, and this will give them a message that they can give up. Top tip number 3. To get the answer, there are many different ways. This is how we train the logic and the steps involved in solving a question for our children. So never ever say your child is wrong when they come up with a different way of calculating something. Top tip number 4. Throw away all the calculators and any devices that actually helps your child to be lazy. You know what? Teach your child mental strategies such as using number lines to let them activate their CPU. This will actually help them to understand. For example, when you teach fraction, buy a birthday cake and cut into different slices and start the concept of fraction from there. They will understand. Otherwise, 1/4, 1/8 will just make them more confused and hate mathematics. Top tip number 5. Check your child's understanding from problem-solving questions. You know what? When you bring in some problem-solving questions, actually, it tells you how your child understands and how they can apply relevant concepts that they have learned from school. Believe it or not, take your child to a shop and tell them to work out the discount, and this will actually mean something to them, rather than just tell them this is the marked up price and this is the discount, so what is the price they have to pay. It will not help them at all. Top tip number 6. Focus on the mistakes of your child and find out where the problem is and try to rectify the problem with your child and explain to them why they got this step wrong. If we start this at the early stage, the child's thinking and cognitive development will go in a better direction rather than just telling them you are wrong, don't jump steps. But I think the more mistakes they make, the more you can understand why they make this mistake and they can avoid it in the future. Top tip number 7. Create opportunities at home and their daily life to use and apply what they have learned in school. For example, in Christmas, well actually I'm not a big fan of buying Christmas tree or celebrating these sort of things. But just imagine if you have a Christmas tree plan at home. You can just actually ask your child to design a Christmas tree on a paper and then tell them to work out the budget, the pricing of everything, and then they go out from design to actually decorating a Christmas tree and finalizing it, and at the end when the job is done they evaluate it so you can see how much they have learned. Top tip number 8. Make good use of technology of this day. And actually I have just said earlier you should throw away the computers, the calculators and devices, but don't really throw it away because there are some use as well. For example, you can download some good maths apps, playing Sudoku, downloading Khan Academy, which I have mentioned in some of our bits earlier, will actually indulge your child into these games and build up their pedigree in mathematics. So why not we start with these 8 top tips and see how your child outnumbers your mathematics ability. And I wish you good luck. Until then, please subscribe, like and share our channel. Thank you.